Can you hear me? Yeah, good. Yeah.
Kino, can you ask Tao if we can check, because he's not responding? Got it, thank you.
Oh, well, the floodlights as well as the lighthouse, they've all taken full effect. This coruscating brilliance has trickled into the Mayor Radhakrishnan Hockey Stadium, where a packed house awaits us. And no surprises as well, because Team India will be in action. And we welcome you once again to the marquee fixture of the Super Sunday, as India take on Malaysia in the Asian Champions Trophy 2023, coming in live from the Mayor Radhakrishnan Stadium, Chennai. A packed house has already set themselves up, and a cracker of a contest is expected, because Malaysia are coming on the back of two successive wins. A 3-1 result over Pakistan, followed by 5-1 against China. India haven't done too shabbily either. They got off to a rollicking start, mauling China 7-2, but that was somewhat tempered by a 1-1 draw against Japan in the next. They'll be looking to top the standings, because as things stand, Malaysia are well and truly on top, but India at the end of tonight can hope to get there, with Korea being sandwiched between these two giants. As far as the head-to-head is concerned, India clearly have the wood on Malaysia. The two teams last played in the Asia Cup last year, when the result was a high-scoring draw. They ended up 3-3. But Team India would look to notch up their second win in 3 matches. But before we dive into that, it's time for us to hear from both the coaches.
I have with me Arul Anthony, head coach of the Malaysian men's national hockey team. Arul, 2 wins out of 2. You guys are absolutely flying at the moment, but playing India in India is never easy. How are you going to approach this game?
Yeah, as I always say, I look into my house, my door and my room first, and we'll manage ourselves well, and we'll see as it comes on the game. How hard or how slow the Indian team comes, they'll manage based on the moments and situations, yeah.
Always exciting when Malaysia plays India. Let's have a good game.
Yeah, of course. I mean, playing in India, against India, it's always in a magnificent environment. Yeah, it's lovely, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
I have with me Craig Fulton, head coach of the Indian men's national hockey team. Craig, playing against a speedy, counter-attacking Malaysian side, is counter control going to be the top priority today?
Yes, for both teams. I think both teams have got good counter-attacking DNA in them, so I think it's going to be a good spectacle tonight.
Penalty corners, the conversions were not great in the previous game. I think we all know that. Is that a point that you would like to prove again today by getting a better conversion rate?
Yeah, I think field goals as well. I think we created a lot of chances. Obviously, the PCA was not firing as it can, but you have some of those games, and hopefully tonight we can put it right.
Should be an exciting game. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to it.
And is expected plenty of support for India. Hideki Kinoshita and Tao Zinan from Japan and China walk out as the on-field umpires. Sean Rappaport will handle the video umpiring duties. And this is what the crowd have stayed on in anticipation for. Boy, they sure do enjoy a good sport of hockey, as was evidenced by all the noise in the previous matches. But just listen to this. As the men in blue stride out, just listen to the crowd rise in unison, rise as one to cheer on for their beloved boys who have done the nation proud with some memorable performances in recent times, which was capped off by an Olympic bronze medal last year, rising against all odds. Now as India gear up for the Asian Games and the Olympics next year, this is a befitting occasion for some of our dignitaries to come up. There is Mr. M. Appavu, Speaker for the TN Legislative Assembly. There is Thiru Dayanidhi Maran, Member of Parliament. Mr. Bholanath Singh, Secretary General Hockey India and Vice President of the Asian Hockey Federation. And the legendary VJ Phelps, Olympian from these parts, and they are accompanied by Mr. R.K. Srivastava, Executive Director of Hockey India. There is, of course, a milestone to be celebrated before the match begins as well.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Faiz Jali of Malaysia, who is turning out for his country for the 200th time. And that's a moment that's celebrated with the importance that it deserves, getting a memento from Mr. Bholanath Singh. Great occasion. He's been an absolutely wonderful servant for Malaysian hockey. Now it's time for the national anthems of both these great nations.
now may I request everyone to please rise for the national anthem of Malaysia.
அரங்கத்தில் உள்ள அனைவரையும் மலேசியாவின் தேசிய கீதத்திற்காக எழுந்து நிற்குமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றோம்.
And please remain standing for the national anthem of India.
அரங்கத்தில் உள்ள அனைவரையும் இந்தியாவின் தேசிய கீதத்திற்காக எழுந்து நிற்குமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றோம்.
what an atmosphere. Just the right kind of action to cap off this Super Sunday in the Hero Asian Champions Trophy. The host, India, taking on Malaysia in a top table clash. This is Arun in the commentary box, and with me, the resident hockey expert and an oracle of sorts. You got Siddharth Pandey. Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you too, Arun. Farhan Jalil and Razi Rahim will be the pillars in defense as they usually are. Faiz Jali, what a day for him. 200 caps, a wonderful servant of Malaysian hockey. He has been, Faisal Sari and Farhan Ashari have been in top gear from the moment the Hero Asian Champions Trophy started. They would like to put in another good performance today. Fitri Sari is on the bench, so is Mohajidir Abdu. Whenever they have got an opportunity, they have made it count. Hamirin is another one who's had a good performance in midfield. Whenever he's got a chance, he's been involved in a lot of interceptions and a lot of recycling off the ball for Malaysia. As for the hosts, India, this is how they are lining up. It will be Krishan Pathak in goal, not Srijesh. Harmanpreet and Varun Kumar will be in defense. Manpreet is starting in midfield along with Hardik and Shamsher. Mandeep, Akashdeep and Sukhjit will be leading the line for India. They came in for a bit of criticism in the final game, in the last game, I beg your pardon, where the coordination between the forward line did seem to be a bit off. Amit Rohidas and Neelkanta Sharma start on the bench. Gurjan will look to make an impact whenever he comes off the bench, as will Jugraj Singh. He got opportunities from the penalty corners in the last game, wasn't able to convert. Arul Anthony, 2 wins out of 2 for his team. So far, so good. All going according to plan. Craig Fulton, bit of a stumble in the last game. Avoided the loss against Japan. Harmanpreet Singh saved India's blushes. Today, they would like to get back to winning ways against a very tricky opposition, which is Malaysia.
The countdown is well and truly on. And we're off. I hope you're fastened your seat belts already. India will be pushing from right to left, but it's Malaysia in the yellow and black that have started things off in fine fettle from left to right. India will be mindful of the penalty corner situation. That's exactly what Craig Fulton mentioned to Siddharth Pandey. Interesting choice of words said when he said both these teams have a counter-attacking DNA.
They absolutely do. Malaysia, their nickname is, of course, the Speedy Tigers. They've always had a history of producing fast forwards who possess a lot of skill. It's no different with this Malaysian team. Faisal Sari has been amongst the goals. He's been amongst the assists, more importantly. Farhan Ashari, one of the top scorers here at the Hero Asian Champions Trophy. So nothing different in this Malaysian team. It's the same for India. Mandeep Singh, Gurjant, Sukhjit lately all have the ability to run with the ball. So does Akashdeep. But for me, today the game will be all about India's midfield. Hardik, Manpreet, Shamsher, Neelkanta, Vivek, the 5 of them. How well can they control the game in the middle of the park? Can they overrun the Malaysian midfield in front of them and overwhelm him, Razi Rahim, and his partner Farhan Jalil, who is leading the team so admirably. India with their first real opportunity to attack. They are in the final third. It is a circle entry, it's a raced ball, but it's got Sukhjit, and it will be a Malaysian out ball. Something that they did very well in the last game, of course, Arun, was the way they started the game against Japan. First 5 minutes, they were all over Japan. They controlled possession, and of course, 5 minutes on, they had 4 consecutive penalty corners. Didn't convert any though. Credit goes to Japan, of course, credit where credit's due. They were outstanding in the way they ran their line and shut down Harmanpreet's left-hand ankle. Today, of course, India would look for a similar start and would look to get a goal to go with that start. Malaysia, of course, have possession right now in a very good position.
Right, India and the defense will be threatened a little now. Azrai still with the ball.
He's another player who's really impressed me. Abu Kamal Azrai, he's been amongst the goal as well. And and his work rate has been of a very high level. He's complemented Faisal Sari and Firhan Ashari, who play in front of him. He's sort of the deep lying attacker. He's complemented the both of them really well. Akashdeep Singh plays the forward pass, has Sukhjit. Sukhjit finds Akash, goes for the tomahawk, no space. Vivek attacks still on, almost the opening goal. Sukhjit with the flick on, but did not find the target. Had he done so, Malaysia would have been in all sorts of trouble.
And this would have been quite the team goal as well. There were inputs from everybody. Sukhjit going in for the backhander in the end. Almost a flick, but just wide of the post. Craig Fulton, the other interesting point that he made is that it's not just about the penalty corners and converting them. It's also imperative that they take their chances for field goals rather seriously.
Sukhjit Singh, what a story he has been. Broke into the Indian team last year under Graham Reed. He's notched up one good performance after the other. But what a lot of viewers may not know is his first call-up actually came in 2018. But days to go before the national camp, Arun, he got injured, suffered minor paralysis. Could not only not train, but he was almost bedridden for 5 months. And after that, it's taken him 4 years to break into the Indian team. That speaks a lot about this youngster's resilience, dedication and commitment. But he's here now, and he's cementing his place in India's forward line with Sukhjit Singh. Well done to the young lad.
It's a beautiful story, Sid. And sure enough, the Indian team comprises many of these fabulous stories of grit, of determination and perseverance. And that's what has taken them to where they are. Another circle entry is being sought. Excellent run. And they switch flanks this time. A little too forceful there.
Jugraj should have read that. That was a beautiful ball that was on. Hardik tried to switch it, but a little late in reading that gap was Jugraj Singh. Malaysia will keep that ball. 5 is good, is the call. Malaysia still in attack. Jarmanpreet could not nick that ball off Ashran Hamsani. Balls come in, easily collected by Jugraj. India can now break Sukhjit. Neelkanta Sharma on for the first time in this game. Did not start. Jarmanpreet Singh switches it effortlessly to Amit Rohidas, who's also come in for the first time. Defensively, they do well against Japan. Amit Rohidas had a solid outing. Harmanpreet Singh slaps it, plays it on. First time played on by Karthi Selvam. That's his first touch of the game.
I think it takes us back to the point you mentioned at the start of the game, Sid, about India's midfield being the fulcrum. India's midfield orchestrating things for the team. And we saw a glimpse of that. That could well be the template upon which India might play this game. Speaking of penalty corners, though, India had 15 of those in the previous match, 16 in fact, and India managed to convert only 1 of those. But it's a bit of a love-hate relationship because 6 of India's 7 goals against China came via penalty corner. So make what you want to make of it.
I'll read it a little differently actually with the Asian Games coming up. I think in any other game, in any other major tournament, in 16 penalty corners, if your direct routine is not working, India would have gone in for a variation. They've not done that because they don't want to show their cards. And so what you do is you keep going direct and hope for a breakthrough, which in the end they got via Harmanpreet Singh. But you're a little wary of showing your variations before a major tournament. And that is why I think you'll not see India trying a lot. It takes a lot to get a variation perfect, limited training time of course. And once you've got that perfect, you don't want to show it beforehand. There's going to be a card here, and it is going to be to number 7, Fitri Sari. Try to play the ball or try to tackle or intercept the ball before it was played 5 meters. Stoppage in play, because of which he's got a 2-minute suspension.
And that's a brilliant point you made earlier, Siddharth, about India not wanting to show their cards. One thing they would certainly look to exploit in the Asian Champions Trophy is their bench. They would like to have a good look at many of the young boys and see what's the ideal combination ahead of Hangzhou.
Again, I think I read it a little differently, Arun, because some of the players who have not made it to this team are seriously good hockey players. Of course they are in the Indian national setup, but I'm talking about guys like Abhishek, I'm talking about Rajkumar, I'm talking about Dilpreet. They've been permanent fixtures. They are players who have sort of cemented their place in their respective positions. If not so Rajkumar, at least Abhishek has been a permanent fixture in the forward line, and Dilpreet, who has been shuttling between midfield and forward line, has been a very, very important player in the Indian national setup. That is Pitri Sari. He's serving a 2-minute suspension. India, meanwhile, have a circle entry. Can they get something more than that? It's got a foot. No, it hasn't. It's a raised ball, and Sukhjit is not very happy, but he will now have to defend.
Make a good point, especially about Abhishek. Was brilliant in the FIH Pro League. Which is where I think it'll be interesting to see the cards that Craig Fulton will be holding close to his chest, because also on display is his brand of managerial tactical acumen, of which of course there is no questions about, but how his approach differs from that of Graham Reed, that will also be put under scrutiny, as has been over the last few months.
Jugraj plays the forward pass. Karthi Selvam, you can almost hear the volume increase at the Mayor Radhakrishnan Stadium. Anywhere close to receiving the ball.
I mean, his is an inspirational story in itself as well. Karthi Selvam was one of those who had it really bad during the COVID outbreak, where he didn't have much by way of financial means, so he was forced to work in a bakery for a very meager salary, and he couldn't train, and he lost weight, and then he had to gain a lot of weight. He trained hard, and credit to his mentors at the Tamil Nadu Center of Excellence Hostel. And he went to Kovilpatti, which is a hub of hockey, not just in Tamil Nadu, but certainly for the majority of the country. From there, this boy from Ariyalur and Central TN has made the journey all the way to the Indian team. His goal against Australia, as we have discussed, his performance in the Pro League. There's a backhander after the circle entry. No stick on that from Gurjant.
Too late to go down. Mandeep and Gurjant, there was just too much power in that shot, and by the time they went down, it was already too late because of the power that Sumit had on that backhand. Sumit, part of that bronze medal winning team, that historic team that just celebrated its second year anniversary of that bronze medal, 6th of August. Arul, that is where he wants Malaysia to be, fighting for the medals at the Olympic Games. What a turn that is by Firhan.
Of course, another integral part of that memory is also Siddharth Pandey's emotional calling of that historic match, which will also go down in the annals of history.
It was an honor and an absolute privilege to have called those games, each and every game, of course, in Tokyo, and I hope we have many more moments like that to cherish. We're just less than a year away, actually, from the Paris Olympic Games, and we're all getting ready for that. Flick comes, it's a good switch. India will get possession. Sumit looking to get things started quickly. Less than 3.5 to go. Hardik has received the ball. It's a circle entry. Mandeep has turned cleanly. No, he has not. just thought for a second that he's turned the Malaysian defender, but while he did so, it has caught his foot. 3 minutes to go then, and Malaysia, not a lot of circle entries for them, not a lot of attacking for them. It's been a lot of containment from the Malaysian team for Craig Foot inside.
I think India have largely stuck to the same approach that helped them so much in the first two games. This is a rare attempt at a circle entry from Malaysia. Will they get in? The indication from the Indian goalkeeper is that there is an attacking threat right in front. He wanted his defenders to be right in position. A circle entry here for Malaysia, backhand! And very well done by the Indian defense.
Confident left foot there by Pathak. That was hit with a lot of venom there. And it's that player again who we spotted for you, Abu Kamal Azrai. He's such a threat. He just seems to come alive in these situations, as he has been doing throughout the Hero Asian Champions Trophy. You cannot give him a yard of space, or even half a yard for that matter. He's a dangerous player. Got the shot away quickly. Vivek turns. Vivek, he's been intercepted. That is a good tackle, but ball just thought for a second it's been lost. Malaysia looking to get it away. Jubraj, good tackle, clean tackle. Nashran Hamsani it was. Marhan Jalil. It's been comfortable so far for Malaysia. It's been India doing most of the attacking. Razi. He will be waiting for his opportunity when it comes to penalty corners. Razi Rahim. Number one threat from Malaysia when it comes to penalty corners. Razi Rahim, the experienced campaigner. Jarmanpreet intercepts that. He wants to get the ball going. Has got a foul. Not a lot of time on the clock. India need to get this up the field as fast as possible. Harmanpreet Singh thinks of an aerial, thinks the better of it. He's got 40 seconds left. What a ball that is! What a goal that is! Karthi Selvam! Harmanpreet Singh has the assist and the local boy has the goal. This place has the roof blown from above it.
Literally as well. Just look at the sheer volume. And it's come via an absolutely fabulous assist from Manpreet. And then Karthi Selvam, look at the finishing touch. Excellent slap, great trapping, and a brilliant finish to boot. Karthi Selvam has helped India notch up their first goal at the stroke of the first quarter. And India, for all their persistence, for all their effort, have been rewarded with a goal thanks to those two men. But it was all Manpreet. Harmanpreet, I beg your pardon, the captain with whom Karthi Selvam shared a room at some point last year. And it's the hero and the disciple who have come together. Karthi regards Harmanpreet as his idol. And this must be a dream combination. To do this in front of the crowd in Chennai, this is something he'll remember for a long time.
It's always special scoring for your national team. It gets even more special when you're scoring that goal for your national team in front of loved ones and in front of your home crowd. Well done there by Karthi Selvam. What an assist though from Harmanpreet Singh. He found a 40-meter pass. It was laser guided towards Karthi Selvam. That's the end of the first quarter and India are in the lead. Malaysia have work to do here. They were trailing against China. They fought back and won that game rather easily. It won't be that easy against India. A well-supported India. It's a great turnout here at the Mayor Radhakrishnan Stadium. And at the end of the first quarter, India leads Malaysia by a goal to nil.
There was never any doubt. get down his stick on time. Malaysia had a solitary opportunity there, but this was the goal. Right on the brink of the first quarter ending. Harmanpreet decided against playing the aerial ball, instead slapped it down the turf, and this crowd has gone berserk. And they brought the house down because it's one of them, Karthi Selvam, who's come up the hard yards.
The new Hero Zoom on your screen has industry first features like corner bending lights for dark and tricky turns, segment first features like fastest acceleration going from 0 to 60 kilometers per hour in 9.35 seconds, and bigger, wider tires for every terrain. Dignitaries for this wonderful spectacle of a match between India and Malaysia, two teams that love playing attacking hockey, that love playing with flair, and India are ahead. That is a goal that everyone in the house would have enjoyed by Karthi Selvam. Took a touch, set himself up, and then unleashed a vicious shot towards the Malaysian goal, which has put India in front. Start of the second quarter, India would look to consolidate their position in this match, in this second quarter. Be assured, Malaysia will be coming at them in search of that equalizer, if not more.
For certain, India, of course, have a change in goal as Krishna Bahadur Pathak has made way for PR Srijesh, another adopted local boy, if I may. An incredibly popular man in these parts, Srijesh Chetan, as he's known, will now man the goal. And India, when they are a goal up, are twice as dangerous, if not more. So that's also something Malaysia will have to contend with. India will look to hold ground. A circle entry was on the anvil, but the Indian defense has extremely been tight.
Manpreet leaves that ball. Jugraj plays it down to Mandeep, but there's just too much on that. Mandeep is not going to get there. Vivek is serving a green card. India will have to do without his services for a couple of minutes. The best time to get a card. It never is a good time to get a card, but your team's ahead. The initiative is with you. The momentum is with you. You want to press on and get the advantage. Will be an India free out.
Thank you.
It's a packed stadium here, near Radhakrishnan Stadium. There are more than 9,000 people in the stadium watching this action, and the crowd has swelled. And just in time as well, as India are already a goal ahead against Malaysia, but Malaysia are now looking to advance from the right. Excellent trapping, great interception, and now it's India through Mandeep Singh that have launched an attack. 9,152 people screaming their throats out for the men in blue. Here's another opportunity. Circle entry has been made. Malaysia have a reprieve.
This is what happens when you get a goal. Malaysia have so many bodies defending that they don't have a lot in attack, but what they do have in attack is Faisal Sari. We know how dangerous he can be. Faisal Sari has got an opportunity. He's gone for goal. What an important tackle that is. Extremely important tackle by Sumit. That was headed goalwards, and he's gone on to check if Faisal Sari is okay. Such a dangerous player, Faisal Sari. He had only one thing on his mind when he saw that yard of space, that was to unleash an attempt on target.
That's classy from Sumit. Did his job to perfection, and then also checked on the opponent for any likely injury. But Malaysia's attack hasn't abated. Making that circle entry again, but outnumbered. Malaysia will sense an opening, Siddharth, because India are pressing really high. There is space in the back line for Malaysia to exploit.
Yeah, India are going for that second goal, no doubt about it. India, of course, are back to their full quota of players. Vivek's suspension is over. Arul, the difference he has made to the Malaysian setup. Been there for a while now, and you can almost see the changes in the Malaysian team. India have to defend. This is an opportunity. Well defended. Well defended. Good save by Srijesh, using all his experience. India have the numbers in attack. Gurjant needs to speed up here. Plays a forward pass. It's not a good decision there by Gurjant. Had options. Did not take the best option though.
Credit to Srijesh though. There was this counter-attack and Srijesh used his kickers and his pads, almost serving as a sweeper over there. Srijesh loves this venue, loves playing in Chennai, and he's all set to turn out a stellar performance here. Right, another interception there. Karthi Selvam started off things with a goal.
India building up now. Varun finds Harmanpreet. Harmanpreet will be looking to make one more of those passes with which he found Karthi. Varun, easy pass. Aerial. Malaysia free out. Arul Anthony, of course, has roots not very far from here. Kumbakonam, 280 kilometers from Chennai, a 6-hour drive. He spent his childhood drinking filter coffee and roaming the streets of that small town. He says they are the most wonderful memories of his life. India have got a circle entry. It's an attempt on goal, but it's not an attempt on target.
Another great story, Siddharth. And Kumbakonam is a place that's renowned for its world-famous degree coffee, as they call it, the filter coffee variant, and the beetle leaves. It's a temple town which finds a place of pride in Chola history as well. So Arul Anthony Selvam is certainly familiar with this part of the country. I suspect the language as well. So if Karthi Selvam might venture to make a tactical call in Tamil, I think the Malaysian coach would spot that.
It's always said this is the last chance for India. We'll come back to that conversation. It was an attempt by Vivek. It was not an attempt on target. He's had the good fortune of learning and picking the minds of some of hockey's tactical greats. Moritz Hendricks, Paul Lissek, Paul Revington are people he has worked with. Arul, and he's trying something different with Malaysian hockey. We wish him all the best. India defending. Malaysia come forward in attack. Not a lot of numbers again, and this is the situation that Malaysia are faced with. They're chasing a game now, but cannot commit too many numbers in attack. They're in a good position here. They have numbers in attack. They have numbers in the Indian circle. Razi Rahim. Malaysia still looking for that penetrative forward pass. Razi plays it first time. Mohammad Hassan does not have a forward pass. Has to go back to Razi. It's on the left now for Malaysia, and it's finally broken down. Perfect for India. Craig Fulton will be very happy with the way they just maintained their structure there. Did not give any space, any gaps to Malaysia to exploit. It was man-to-man, it was deep, and just forced Malaysia out of the attack there, India. This is what Craig Fulton has been trying to do, working better on India's defense, or getting India's defense to work better. He's always been saying that we know we're good in attack, but you cannot win championships if you're leaky in defense. He's been working very hard on fixing India's defensive structure. Kati Selvam, look at this turn of speed. That is a penalty corner. It's a tackle from behind. Kati Selvam makes the difference once again. He's got a goal and he's got a penalty corner for India. First of the match.
And he's got the wheels on as well. He completely outpaced Razi Rahim, the veteran from Malaysia, and earned a penalty corner in the bargain. Right, I was just about to make that point about no penalty corners for India so far. And if I'm not wrong, this is the first penalty corner in the match. And it will be Shamsher Singh who will be the injector.
Get ready guys!
Yeah, Hardik is India's primary injector. He's not on the pitch, so the injection duties fall to Shamsher. Harmanpreet Singh to make it two. He's not able to do so, but he has another penalty corner. Back-to-back penalty corners then for India. Good injection. Good halt as well by Manpreet. Clearly got the foot of the first rusher. Amirul Azahar. Penalty corner number 26 of the tournament coming up for India. Oh, not the best injection. Akashdeep has done well to get that ball out of the circle. But that routine has broken down. India have to start again. It's traveled 5 meters. Needed a final touch, which did not come. It was a good cross in by Manpreet.
Yeah, the injection wasn't the desired one. This was the attack with more potency on it. Akashdeep, who's been a little hot and cold over the last couple of games, wasn't able to latch on to that fierce slap. Manpreet, the former India captain, the captain of the Indian team that won the bronze medal at the Olympics last 2 years ago, was the one who made that.
Jamanpreet catches a Malaysian foot. Amit Rohidas finds Manpreet. Manpreet has lost the ball. Manpreet needs to be careful here. Can't afford to take a card. Faisal Sari. Oh, that's a very good tackle by Amit Rohidas. He's held him up, delayed him. Faisal Sari switches play. Looks to find Mohajir Abdu. Can they keep it in play? Yes, just about. Less than 5 to go now to half time. Marhan Jalil. Razi Rahim. Razi has players to aim for. Finds his captain Marhan. Razi Rahim. Will be a Malaysian free hit. Sari looked to start quickly, but has not been allowed to do so. Azwan Hassan. Switches play. Malaysia are finding these pockets of space, but in front of the Indian defence, not behind them. Good structure once again from India. It's not a Malaysian who's free or in space. Finally, they've had to go all the way to the left and then come back. This is where the attack had broken down last time for Malaysia. And they were switching it from right to left. Razi Rahim has Marhan Jalil, has Abdu Muhajir on the right, but looks to play it back to the left-hand side for Malaysia. On the baseline, they have space. And India have won the ball back. Patient defensive work by the Indian team. Once again, just comfortably sitting in their structure, waiting for Malaysia to make the error. Now they'll ring in the substitutions. Harmanpreet Singh finds Neelkanta Sharma. That's well taken down. Looks to find Jarmanpreet. Into the final 3 minutes before half-time, Akashdeep Singh. Jarmanpreet. Sumit. Vivek has replaced Manpreet in the middle of the pitch for India. He's the one asking for the ball in the central areas. Varun. Varun switches play. It's a good switch. Jarmanpreet. It's still an attempt on goal, but it's not on target by Akash. What a switch by Varun Kumar to find Jarmanpreet. It fell luckily for India, and luckily for Akash, should have done better with that. Razi. It's good play by Malaysia. Abu Kamal Azrai coming away with the ball. Shello has done well. Varun Kumar saw that all the way. Good defensive play by him. Nilkanta off. Headed towards the final minute then of this first half, in which thanks to Karthi Selvam, India is in the lead. Craig Fulton will be happy with the way they have defended, but would want India to offer more in attack, I'm sure. Jarmanpreet. Sumit is in space. If Harmanpreet can play him the aerial. They decide not to. There's a double team on Hardik. He needs to be careful. Has a pass on if he wants to find Sumit. Plays it down the line. It's intercepted. Malaysia now with the ball. Is that a penalty corner? That's what Malaysia are asking. All they will get is a long corner though. The defenders were worried for just a moment there. Do they have enough time to launch a counter-attack? Vivek needs to get rid of this ball. There are only 5 seconds on the clock. Still Vivek goes for goal, and the hooter has gone. That's the final action of the first half. And India are in the lead. They had a chance to double that lead. They got penalty corners, and the final chance came in the dying moments of that first half. As it stands, Karthi Selvam, and his goal is the only goal of the match. Malaysia 0, India 1 at halftime. Do not go anywhere. We'll get you live action from the second half after a very short commercial break. What an evening we are having here in the Mayor Radhakrishnan Stadium in Chennai. At halftime, Karthi Selvam, the local boy, put India ahead in that first half, 14th minute, with a rasping shot towards the Malaysian goal. And Malaysia trailing by a goal. India got a majority of the chances in that first half. Have just one goal to show for it, of course. Malaysia created chances of their own. Abu Kamal Azrai and Faisal Sari is who the chances fell to, but that's the goal. And what a goal it is. Absolutely wonderful by Karthi Selvam. Faisal Sari, this was the opportunity that fell to him. Could not finish that. Srijesh did really well there. Vivek with another chance, but was not on target. Karthi created that penalty corner. Unfortunately, the routine did not work for India. And Malaysia were able to clear their lines. Varun Kumar with a switch, a successful switch. Akash could not keep that on target. This was the last opportunity that India had. Vivek got it on target, but it came off the goalkeeper and it hit the foot of Gurjant. And that is how the statistics stand. India have had double the number of circle penetrations than Malaysia have had more possession as well. 2 penalty corners, but no goals for India via penalty corners today. The only goal that was scored was a field goal by Karthi Selvam. Our dignitaries for this evening. It's a wonderful turnout here, as it usually has been when India has played the final game of the day. This is all the action from today. In the first game, China played Korea and they played very, very well. Managed to draw that game. Pakistan had a number of chances. Japan had a number of chances, and both would have felt as if they could have got the win. That game ended in a draw as well. We are in the final game, and India are a goal ahead. What a return it has been for international hockey to the city of Chennai. Earlier, of course, at halftime, we spoke to the Malaysian coach, Arul Anthony, and this is what he had to say.
Because of Malaysian coach Arul Anthony, tactically, what were the specific challenges of dealing with this Indian side?
I think we just need to be calm and be patient and move the ball better instead of pumping the ball into India for them to collect and go for counter.
All right, go well in the rest of the game.
Arul is asking for calm, he's asking for composure from his Malaysian players. These are the matches that he wants Malaysia to win. These are the teams he wants Malaysia to compete against. One whole half of hockey to go, of course. Arul Anthony returning to Chennai after 26 years. Arul Anthony, he had been to the city as part of the Malaysian team as a player 26 years ago to play the Chief Minister's Cup. This is the grandstand here at the Mayor Radhakrishnan Stadium. Of course, it is packed. There's not a seat empty. Wonderful turnout. Every seat occupied. Refurbished, renovated. More than 9,000 people. And if you want an exact number, 9152 is the exact attendance today. They've been loving it here in Chennai. They must be even more happy because Karthi Selvam has got the only goal of the game. Moments away then from the start of the second half. It's a very important quarter for both India and Malaysia. Both the teams are coming onto the pitch. Harmanpreet Singh knows what an important third quarter this is. Extremely important for India. From their point of view, they not only need to keep the lead, but need to consolidate their position in the match. We have Craig Fulton with us, and let's hear what he has to say.
You got the Indian coach, Craig Fulton. Things seem to be going according to plan. What are the areas you're looking to sharpen in the second half?
Now we need to move the ball quicker in terms of outlet. They've got a good press going, but we're looking better up front, and hopefully we can get another goal.
All the best for the rest of the game.
Thank you very much.
Craig is absolutely right. Towards the end of that first half, we saw how Malaysia deployed a full press and had a double team on Hardik. Hardik somehow managed to get out of that press. Pathak is starting in goal for India. Srijesh will come in for the fourth and final quarter. Malaysia with the pushback. They will be looking to get that equalizer and push on to get the winner. Malaysia unbeaten so far at the Hero Asian Champions Trophy. They beat Pakistan in the opening game, and they beat China rather emphatically in their second game. India had a bit of a stumble against Japan in their last game. Will be looking to get back to winning ways. This is very well received. They're looking for a circle entry. Shamsher is not able to keep possession, but he will get the foul. Hardik shot for India. Harmanpreet is in support. Will Hardik look for him? Yes, he will. Harmanpreet needs to get the ball across, but there is no Indian player there to get the final touch. This is a good start by India. On the front foot from the word go. Harmanpreet Singh with a huge aerial. That's a penalty corner. Akashdeep Singh has had his space impeded by Marhan Jalil, who just stepped back, and was probably not aware where Akashdeep Singh was. Harmanpreet Singh played the ball across really well, but what a ball this is by Harmanpreet Singh, just to have the vision to get Akash on the ball and force that error from Marhan Jalil. It would be perfect, absolutely perfect, if India to get the second goal. Japan, of course, have given every other team at the Hero Asian Champions Trophy a blueprint as to how India can be stopped from penalty corners. Hardik with the injection. Harmanpreet Singh, good save, but it's still alive. Hardik has got the second goal. India are 2 goals to the good. They have doubled their lead, and it is Hardik Singh. Credit to him, made the initial injection. Harmanpreet Singh was with the drag flick. He was sharp and alert on the rebound. Perfect injection, no problems with the halt by Vivek. You have to credit Hafizuddin for the save, but the clearance was not very good. He did not get distance on the clearance. Hardik was waiting to pounce on that. He's doubled India's lead. India 2-0 up against Malaysia, and the task for Malaysia gets harder. It's India's midfield dynamo, Hardik. Another one of those bronze medal winning members of the Indian team. Malaysia now on the attack. It's their first attack of the second half. It's stick. They need to be careful not to concede too much space for India. Vivek leaves it for Hardik. Harman. Harmanpreet. Good ball. This outlet has been available for India. Shamsher did receive the ball, couldn't make inroads. Faisal Sari, they need to get him on the ball more. Harman can't control that. Faisal Sari will be starting for Malaysia. Faisal thinks about the switch, thinks the better of it, keeps possession. Amirul finds Marhan Jalil. Malaysia on the right. Manpreet ready to come in for India. Sukhjit receives well, has made space for himself. Sukhjit twists and turns, finds Neelkanta Sharma, looks for the aerial, has found Hardik. Hardik brings the ball down well, looks to distribute, looks for another aerial, but that aerial is intercepted by Fitri Sari. Neelkanta, this is going to be a card for him. Let's have a look at the goal again in the meanwhile. Harmanpreet Singh with the drag flag. Hafizuddin Othman made the save but did not make the clearance, and then Hardik did the rest. It's a bad time for Neelkanta Sharma to be suspended. It's a yellow card and he will not be on the pitch for 5 minutes. Marhan Jalil, perfect time for Malaysia to hit back. Only a foul, not a penalty corner.
Exactly the brand of hockey that Craig Fulton said he wanted his team to play on. Wanted the guys to move the ball around to Coton, which is exactly the opposite of what Arul Anthony thought for his side. He wanted Malaysia to not run at the Indians, which is unfortunately what seems to be happening at the moment. A circle entry, well defended. Really no trouble at the moment.
Anywhere will do as far as India is concerned. Neelkanta Sharma, not a dirty player. He's not known to play dirty, but just had a lapse of concentration, if you would like to put it that way. He's got a yellow card and he's out for 5. India will be a player shot. Malaysia looking for a circle entry. They've got the circle entry. Can they get more than that? Jarmanpreet does very well to play that out of danger first time. And it's gone over the baseline. That's the cross. It's a good cross. And Jarmanpreet knew he had no time. Karthi Selvam has a lot of time. Sukhjit has fallen over, could not keep that in control. Good attack, good understanding between Karthi Selvam and Sukhjit. It's Gurjant, Sukhjit and Karthi Selvam who are the front 3 for India right now. Mohajir Abdu, Razi spreads it, Najmi Jazlan, Marhan Jalil. Malaysia keeping the ball better, just what Arul Anthony must have asked. Be patient, don't force the forward pass. Circle entry, good tackle by Amit Rohidas. I think that's got a foot, and yes it has. Malaysia have a penalty corner and India have a penalty corner to defend.
This is opportune for Malaysia. They haven't had too many opportunities to cash in on. Just catching the feet of the Indian player there.
The captain goes over to take the injection for Malaysia, Marhan Jalil. Razi Rahim is on the second battery. Najmi Jazlan is on the first. Faisal Sari is not on the pitch, so it will be down to Razi Rahim and Najmi Jazlan. Goes to Najmi Jazlan and they've got a goal, but it will be checked. It will be a simple check for me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Please look for if there was danger.
Maybe no problem.
Yes, Kino, can you please confirm to me what is your on-field decision?
Danger.
Kino, can you please confirm to me what is your on-field decision?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Kino, can you please confirm what was your on-field decision?
Goal.
Thank you very much. We'll have a look.
The on-field decision is a goal. We are checking if this is a dangerous flick. Najmi Jazlan with the flick. Amit Rohidas, I think, is that above the knee? If that's above the knee,
We can go back on field.
Got to be called dangerous.
Kino, I have advice for you. The shot was dangerous, so you may restart with a free hit to the defense.
It's above the knee. That's what Sean Rappaport has said. It is dangerous play because Amit Rohidas was not running in line of the drag flick. His line was perfect, as it usually is. He's been India's primary first rusher for a while now, and he is supremely effective at what he does.
Please take back. Take back. Take back, Rito.
It was the umpire's
Yep.
review, of course.
Yeah, very good.
Just
Thank you.
to
Well.
confirm to our viewers, so Malaysia have not lost their review. Both the teams still have their review, and India still is a player short because Neelkanta Sharma is still serving his suspension. Marhan. India are too deep. Someone has to come out and engage the ball carrier here. Razi Rahim can pick a pass. He's an expert at doing so. So can Najmi Jazlan. Najmi. Razi. It's a circle entry. It's a hard tackle. But it will be Malaysian ball. Fitri Sari finds Razi Rahim. Razi switches it. Najmi Jazlan has Marhan on his right. Finds Marhan Jalil. Plays it to the baseline. Marhan Jalil. Will be an India ball, and finally Malaysia's attack breaks down. Jugraj. Vivek slips. And I fear there will be another card here, and it will be a yellow. And the reason why it's a yellow is not only because of the foul, but because he already had a green card. Vivek has been carded twice in the game. That is not intelligent play at all. India are now playing two-player shot, not one. Neelkanta has not finished his suspension, and Vivek has joined him on the naughty step.
Gotta be careful here, especially the new code of conduct regulations absolutely abhor any kind of shirt pulling or tugging. Vivek Sagar joins Neelkanta Sharma. It's not the kind of sight that the Indian coach would be particularly happy with.
That's not cool. That is not something Indian fans would be pleased to see. That is not good discipline. To have two players out at the same time when you are leading, when you are in control of the game, is just simply bad news. Good news, though, is that Neelkanta Sharma's yellow card has run out its time, and India are now one player short, not two. Manpreet keeps possession. Manpreet, and apologizes to Firhan Ashari if he would have hurt him, but he seems to have enjoyed that contest. Manpreet. Taking their time, India trying to eat up as much of the clock as possible because they are playing a player short. So in totality, no matter what happens, Arun, India would have played 10 minutes of this third quarter a player down.
Not ideal at all, but it might not be a bad thing in retrospect. I mean, to get up every situation, another circle entry and a backhand strike from Gurjan. Well saved at the end of the day.
Excellent save, and that is what you want to see more from Gurjan. My only complaint against him has been that he's not been taking too many attempts on goal, despite the fact that he has a great attempt on him, especially his tomahawk, especially his backhander. He is very good player when he takes these sort of attempts on goal. You give him half a yard and he will unleash his tomahawk like he did there. Good save though. This will be Northman in goal for Malaysia. Stepped out of his line and read that attempt perfectly. Neelkanta Sharma, good pass by him. The understanding was good. Just shifted it, unleashed that shot, and good save by Hafizuddin Osman. Needed his left hand to get that out of the way. This time got distance on his clearance as well. Hafizuddin Osman.
India will still continue to play with one few. Remember, a circle entry, terrific pass here. An amazing cross-field pass that split the defense, but unfortunately the finishing wasn't that good.
This is just revisiting the complaint I made just a minute ago. Why hasn't Gurjant, after creating the space, taken an attempt? Look at this. This is the first time. This is the second time. Here again, just unleash a shot towards goal. You've got that in you. You've got that in your armory. Just take an attempt.
And we might also have to go back to an earlier complaint about Akash Deep that we were just speaking about. Again, not able to lay any wood on it. Right, Malaysia now looking to apply the brakes on India's momentum.
Wonderful pass by Neelkanta Sharma though. Take nothing away from the pass by Neelkanta Sharma. Really good, precise forward pass to find Gurjant in space. Neelkanta Sharma. It's got a forward. This is well done by Gurjant Singh. Created a penalty corner for India intelligently. Saw that the Malaysian defender Najmi Jazlan did not have his stick down. Found his foot. He's created a penalty corner for India.
The smart again using his experience. There's no way Jazlan could have gotten his hockey stick down in time. Hardik, India's designated injector, now back on the pitch doing his duty.
Harmanpreet Singh with the flick. Is that another penalty corner? Yes, it will be. The chance is alive for India. Good first run by Malaysia though. Blocked out Harmanpreet Singh. It is number 25 Najmi Jazlan, the defender who conceded that